Hey, what's up, guys? So the Big 12 is reported to be thinking about two 7-team divisions in 2023 once the three American athletic teams join the conference. And then obviously once Oklahoma and Texas leave in 2025, the conference will be reduced to 12 teams. So it'll be two 6-team divisions. And the Big 12, finding ways, still be fighting and kicking in this competitive college football world. And I really think that Bob Bowlesby's done about as good of a job as he can do keeping the conference together. They need some of these brands like Iowa State, Oklahoma State, Baylor to be able to emerge as consistent top 10 or 15 teams because overall, the Big 12, Oklahoma, they've been the Big 12 for the last 6 years or so. I mean, let's face it. They're the team that's made the playoff. They haven't won in the playoff, but they made the playoff a ton of times, and they're the nationally respected team for a while now. They struggled this year. They struggled this year, but uh, in the playoff era, Oklahoma's definitely been one of the top teams. And then Texas. Texas is a popular team. They make a lot of money. Okay, a lot of passionate fans, but they haven't been so successful. And losing Texas will still be a big hit for the Big 12, but as far as actual success in the field in the playoff era, Texas has not been nearly as good as Oklahoma. So that'll be a loss, but probably not as big of a loss as Oklahoma. And then, like I said, these teams like Baylor won the Big 12 title this year. They need to find a way to make the playoff. I think an expanded playoff would be great for the Big 12 because I feel like they're gonna have a lot of trouble getting a team into the 4-team playoff. They're gonna have a team maybe go undefeated to get in there. And when you're talking about 8 or 12 teams, though, the Big 12 definitely has a shot to get a team or even multiple teams in because, like I said, if they can keep those teams in that top 10 or 15 range, like Oklahoma State, Baylor, those two teams were in the top 10 in the country at year's end. And Iowa State's another team that over the last few years has kind of emerged. They have struggled kind of this year, but we'll see how they do the next few years. But they're a team that I feel like needs to be good. Who knows? Maybe like West Virginia or Texas Tech will emerge, but they're going to need to be considered a respected conference and a good conference. They're going to have to be um, very successful with the teams that were successful this past year because Oklahoma and Texas, um, that those brands that they've leaned on really for a while now, those are going to be no more. And maybe like BYU because they had a really good year last year. They had some decent success over the last couple decades. I mean, BYU isn't really known as a top program, but they're an interesting program. And Central Florida obviously uh, has been one of the kings of the group of five in the playoff era. So we'll see how they do once they get in the Big 12. All right, well, hey, thank you guys. See you next time.